is part one of why I dropped out. There's that much tea.
Me off, right? That set me the fuck off. So I pull her into the bathroom and I'm like, girl, no. Then to add on to the fact that, like, I had so many gay emotions for her, you know? Like, to top it off. Mate, I joined a sorority because I wanted friends. Don't do that. You think you're gonna fuck me and my roommate. Like, oh my god. Hey! Did you just see that? Did you just fucking see that shit? Anyway, so that upset me, so I posted a TikTok about it.
Welcome back to my channel. We're talking today. Yeah, we're getting into it. We're getting into it. I'm so nervous to talk about this. I know that I said that last time that I did a talking video, but this one's juicy, you know, this one still hurts. Still fresh, 4 years fresh. We're gonna be talking about why I dropped out of college. Michigan State University, to be exact. Anyways, while I get ready for work. And I am rushing a bit. I don't honestly
know if filming is gonna be the best for me today, but you know, we're gonna do our best. So, wish me luck! Anyways, to get started in this story, I am from a town
about a good hour 10-ish minutes from
MSU, and not a lot of people from my school actually decided to go there.
Which surprised me because I thought that a lot more people would
be, but it ended up only being like 4 of us. Anyways, I don't
really know anybody. I didn't really like anyone from my high school anyways. So I picked a random roommate, right? Roommate time comes around, signing up online. I pick the most beautiful dorm. I'll insert pictures of everything that I'm talking about here, but I pick the most beautiful area and I pick a random roommate, and I literally didn't know anything about her. But like a week or two, about a month or two, I think, before actually we moved in, we picked our rooms and then we were given like our roommates' information, right? So
I end up getting like her email and her Instagram, and we reach out and, you know, start being friends, yada yada.
I was actually going through a breakup right before I went to college, so that is a huge part of this story. My heart was absolutely shattered. And then I was in a new town and I didn't know anybody or know anything, and I honestly didn't have the will to do school in me at the time either.
So I get there and I'm making friends with my roommate before I meet her, and she was literally the coolest person ever. Now, me.
From Michigan, lived in Michigan my whole life. It sucks, it's boring. This girl was from California. She had band parties in her backyard. Her Instagram literally looked like she just lived literally just the coolest, okay? I honestly don't, it's hard for me to talk about because of how this story goes, but she was the coolest person in the world. I thought that she was
the coolest person to have ever existed, and I thought that I was
so lucky and so blessed to have met her. We end up being
really close friends really quick because we didn't know anybody, so she was the only person that I really talked to. And
since I was going through that breakup, I really was not leaving the dorm. I was on Tinder and I was with her. That was it.
Really early into my time at MSU though, I did end up getting a little
friends with benefits, I guess you could call it.
And you know, he was really cool. I liked him a lot. I did. I wasn't ready for a relationship, so that's, you know, I was going through a breakup, and I still wasn't over my ex, so we were just friends, but there were definitely feelings involved. And he would hang out with me and my roommate all the time. Everything's good, right? I love life.
I love my roommate. Probably a little too much, honestly. I don't really know how to get into that, but I guess we'll just jump in. So I've always been a little gay, right? Like, I've always been a little gay. Yeah, I was so gay for her. Yeah, everybody knows that. So I don't really think it's that much of a secret. If she ever watches this, girl, I mean, you knew that too. So, like, let's be honest. When Hachi said,
looking back on it now, the way I felt about you, Nana, felt a lot like falling in love.
Yeah. I could cry. Anyways. Things are great, right? Things are great. I'm hanging
out with this friends of benefits of mine. Halloween weekend comes around. He ends up coming over after her and I are done partying. And
like, they had always been friends too. Like, we were all friends, right? But like, he was sleeping in my bed. But we were all friends, but he was sleeping in my bed. So, I don't know. She was really drunk that night, and she is like flirting with him a ton, and I'm kind of over it. So I'm just like laying in bed. I'm like, good night, y'all. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to bed. She asked him to help her out of her pajamas. And that kind of like ticked me off, right? That set me the fuck off. So I pull her into the bathroom and I'm like, girl, no. Please no. Please stop. Because, you know, she had already knew
about when I had the last time that I almost lived with a girl.
Repeat my video on the TikTok era for what happened there and how I was already sensitive when it came to my friends and guys that I was around.
Yeah, they end up making plans and going to the gym the next day.
She doesn't tell me that they make plans, but I have her location and I'm not fucking stupid, and she shows up on the gym at his side of the campus that she's never ever been to before.
Anyways, I didn't really think much of it because they were both gym people. I wasn't a gym girl or anything, and that was like a lot of their friendship. But it did like irk me, you know?
Like, nobody said anything to me, and like, I was sleeping with him and she was my best friend and we were roommates and we lived together, and anyways, so that upset me, so I posted a TikTok about it.
And I guess they saw the TikTok and they thought it was really funny. So flash forward, like after that stuff happens, like I don't
really talk to him anymore, right? I cut him off because, like, what do you mean? You think you're gonna fuck me and my roommate? Like, I'm not gonna talk to you. I stopped talking to him, and then I start talking to a new guy. We are now at the end of November of 2021. That is the time frame we're at here.
I start talking to a new guy. He ends up being the catalyst for the second part of this video.
This is part one of why I dropped out. No, it's that much tea. It is the Friday before finals week. So now we're in December.
I've been talking to this new guy for a couple weeks. You know, I'm not talking to this other guy anymore. I go over to his place. We're hanging out. I think it was literally like our first time actually like hanging out and stuff. And
I get a picture.
This is good because I could barely read, so I like looking at pictures.
I'll insert the picture. While I'm in like my new date's bed, right? Like, I get this photo. I start hyperventilating, freaking out.
no, it's literally like the worst thing I've probably ever experienced in my life. Like, it was worse than getting a picture of like I would much rather have been in a relationship with, like, I don't know, you know what I mean, right? Like, I would have rather gotten a picture from like a girl that my guy was cheating on me with
than like my best friend in the entire world betraying me with the guy that like I've already expressed to her multiple times, hey, please don't do this. Girls have done this to me in the past. It breaks my heart. And then to add on to the fact that like I had so many gay emotions for her, you know? Like, to top it off. So that was like the worst thing that probably could have ever happened. I end up staying in this guy's dorm for like a week. Like, I literally just kind of move in with him for finals week because I was just so scared to go back home. I never, like, we blow up. Maybe I'll even put some of the texts in because I still have those too.
but that was the roommate stuff though.
Luckily for me, not only did I have a crazy roommate, I joined a sorority because I wanted friends. Don't do that. You have to pay for them. They're not your real friends. They don't like you. You are very lucky if they like you. If they like you, it's because you are just like them. And you should do some real reflecting if you're just like them and they like you that much. And let me fucking tell you why I feel that way. So I joined a sorority, right? They do parties with frats and they drink. And I don't care if I'm not supposed to talk about this. What are you gonna do about it? Anyways. I think it was literally like one of the first parties that we had with a frat, and it was a wine party. And they decided that there were going to be groups of 4, 2 guys, 2 girls from the frat and from the sorority. And you had to finish an entire box of wine. Whoever finished first won.
Now, reminder, probably everybody there weighs less than 150 pounds.
All of the women, pretty much.
And these dudes, they're throwing it back, right? They are throwing it back. And the girls, they're trying to impress these guys. So then the girls are starting to throw it back. And here's
what gets me. This specific night, we had gone out in groups. Most of the people went in groups.
I hadn't really known a lot of the girls because, you know, it's one of the first parties, but there was a girl who I had walked home with from the welcome night. The very first day in the sorority, I walked home with this girl. That's it. That's the relationship I have with her. We both wanted to leave the party we were at, and we walked home. I liked her a lot. I thought she was really sweet. We both had the same kind of vibe of we weren't feeling the first party we were at, and we go home together.
Flash forward to this wine party, right? She had gone with a group of girls. She started to get a little too drunk, and that's something that you're not supposed to do in sororities. But you know what's really funny? That's something that is going to happen when you're making a party, and it's 4 people, 4 probably under 21 people. Of course people got too fucking drunk. So all of the girls that she went with scattered. When I tell you that she started to falling over and they fucking scattered like rats, I mean that. I fucking mean that. They noticed she got a little sloppy. Somebody said something to a higher up. They noticed higher up started looking around, and when I tell you that girl was all alone, all fucking alone on that floor, I mean that shit. It gets me, like, it literally gets me riled up thinking about it.
I was the only one who stayed with her that fucking night.
I took her home. I went with her I took care of her at the party. I got her food, I got her water. I went with her to her ride. I dropped her off at her roommate at her dorm. I didn't even know where she lived. I had random people let us into the building. And you know what the other girls did? They sat back, watched, laughed, and recorded. I have a video of me walking her to her dorm while she's fucking covered in puke from puking on herself. But that's what those higher up girls did. They thought that was so funny.
So if y'all ever fucking wondered why I didn't do any of that shit second semester for sorority stuff, that's why. Ugh. It's so fake. Nobody has your back. Like, you have to have your own back there. And then, like, after all that roommate shit happened, like, I was just done with everybody, you know?
Like, I knew I didn't have any other friends. I joined the sorority. I found out that's what fucking people in sororities were like. Fuck you. I don't want to know you at all, actually. I just got so riled up. My lashes look so bad. Oh my god. Hey! Hey! Did y'all just see that? Did y'all just fucking see that shit?
To talk about things academically, I kind of fucked myself over.
Because I had gone through that breakup right before I went to MSU, I didn't have a will to live. I really didn't. And I'd gone through a lot of other stuff that's absolutely crazy during that first semester online. Partially my fault, I'll admit that. But that definitely did not fucking help.
Well, it's gonna be like the worst lashes I've ever fucking done. Are you guys seeing this?
Anyways. All of that stuff that happened with my roommate, I forgot, I was gonna talk about academically. Yeah, I failed all my classes first semester. I didn't go to class. And then shit just kept happening, kept getting bad. And it's honestly, it really is my fault. Nobody really knows that I failed all my classes my first semester, but I did. I failed pretty much every single class except my English one my first semester. And it's funny because that was my 8 a.m. But about academics more because I actually really did step it up and try and whatnot. But all of that stuff that had happened with my roommate happened like 2 weeks before Euphoria.
So I still lived with her, right? I lived with her from moving in August 28th, and then I moved out July 4th, I want to say it was. I think it was July 4th. Or not July 4th, I meant February 4th. Because I was completely silent. I pretty much went mute the last 2 months that I lived with her, like all of December after break, right before break, all of January, and until
I moved. And then what I thought was really funny was I moved my stuff, right? I go back because I forgot my milk in my fridge. Tell me why she has all of her shit fucking moved in and packed on my side already.
Anyways, I need to like actually fucking focus and do this, or I'm gonna be so late for work.
I just get really riled up when I talk about her. She really broke my heart. Like, even now, it's still hard for me. Like, that is why I love Nana so much. It really is because, like, she was my Nana. I thought she was the coolest person in the world.
I never thought I would meet anybody like her. I really didn't. I thought that, you know, nobody could ever be as cool as she was, and just all that stuff. So it does hurt to think about and to talk about, and to know that, like, she never really cared about me. You know, like, she really didn't. I was just some random girl from Michigan that she got, like, some random roommate that she got stuck with, and that's okay. But she was my first and last very close female friend until just recently, so. Yeah, Meredith, if you ever see this, it took me 4 years to get close to another girl after you did that. Thank you. Thank you very much. See, like, I stopped filming, and I literally just got that done in, like, 2 seconds.
It's just because I run my damn mouth so much. You know, I actually... Hear me out. This is probably crazy. I work at an office, right? 9 to 5 girly. I have a desk job, and I literally have a sticky note on my computer that says, shut your mouth. Like, just shut your mouth. Because why do I talk so much, really? Why do I don't know how that turned out. So, like, one turned out so good compared to one turned out so bad. But, anyways, we're going to work now. Just wait for part 2. Okay. Bye!